Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. So, you guys know I like to share with you medical information that I find surprising when I find it out. So here is what happened at the doctor's office at my last annual visit. So I learned two things. Number one, I have allergies. Now, I've never known or exhibited any external signs of having allergies, but when my doctor took her ear looker thing and stuffed it in my ear, she was like, wow, your allergies are super bad. And I'm like, well, I don't have allergies. And she's like, yeah, you do. You've got liquid behind your ear. And she was like, it's been back there for a while because it wasn't clear and shiny. It's kind of murky. And I'm like, well, I guess sometimes when I yawn, I could hear something kind of crackling back there. She's like, yeah, that's that liquid moving around. I'm like, oh. So I guess she was saying that a lot of people exhibit no signs of external allergies. You know, like when you see those commercials on TV, like Claritin, Zyzol, Allegra, they're out there with the pollen and the pet down there. They got the watery eyes and the runny nose and the itchy throat, whatever. I've never had any of that. So that's the first thing that I learned is that you can still have allergies and not show any external symptoms. Now, in retrospect, when I think back at all of the possible symptoms that might have resulted from this liquid in my ear, yeah, maybe they could have been allergies, but they were so intermittent and so far apart from each other. I didn't think they were all linked together from one cause. So, as I mentioned, when I yawned, I could get that crackling in my ear. Sometimes I would feel like I had vertigo, like very nauseous and very unbalanced. Sometimes when I'm sleeping, I would feel pressure in my sinus. That would result in a really bad headache. Sometimes when I roll over, I could feel it kind of moving back and forth, but then it would go away. So there was no way for me to really link all of those together for just one cause. I just would not have known. And that is why it's important to go for your annual visit, because you find out stuff like that. Because the second point I learned is I thought allergies were just symptoms, like they didn't connect to anything. But of course, allergies, your body's trying to fight them off. And if they're continuously having to fight them off, like if you don't resolve those allergy issues as soon as you can, it can weaken your immune system and possibly make you more susceptible to things like COVID and other viruses like that. So if you do have allergies, you got to take care of them as soon as possible, especially when it comes around to flu season. And that is why I've got this guy right here. This is basically a steroid that I shove in my nose. This is the first nasal spray I've ever used, and it's quite an experience. But that's why it's important to go see your doctor at least once a year. And if you feel pressure right around your sinus area and you've never had it before, or if you have that liquid kind of feel in your ear and it's been there for quite a long time, go see your doctor.